Hello and welcome. Come on in. I am getting ready to do a reading for, let's see, wrapping up the month of May. I do believe today is the 30th as I speak. We will wrap up the month of May and see where we go for the beginning of the month of June. How about that? We have the Three of Cups. It was the first jumper out of the deck. I hope your Memorial Day was good. I had a blast. It was a party every hour somewhere. All right, I am going to allow some more of these cards to escape the deck here. I know what I forgot. The paranormal flashlight. Give me a minute. Yeah. My cards are matching the astrological predictions. All right, Spirit. Can you give me a wink or a blink on the light? Let me know if I have that adjusted correctly for you. Wow, there you go. Thank you, Spirit. That flashlight may come on or off throughout the reading. Either way, it is Spirit just acknowledging the conversation and saying, yep, we are in the room and we are in agreement. Now, the month is going to start, or the tail end of, I said today was the 30th, and here we have that 3. That was the first card that jumped out. We are wrapping up May with some good energy. It is still kind of partying. I just talked about Memorial Day weekend, celebrating. It's the start of summer. We've got the King of Swords. Some of you are beginning to step into your truth in a new fashion. Not following somebody else's truth, finding your own truth. Now, this might be the fact that you may be kind of cutting somebody out of your circle. Perhaps they didn't stand upright, forthright. Maybe they, always telling fibs and white lies. The King of Swords does not put up with that. So he is going to cut the fibbers out of his group. Why don't we do that more often? All right. We also had the Ace of Cups. So this last week of May and the first week of June are going to wrap up pretty good. That ace is saying, look, this is a good time to wrap things up. If you have any projects you're working on, anything you need to get completed. And then we got the Page of Wands. He's coming in here to say, look, things are going to change at some point here. I do believe after about the 3rd or the 4th of June, you're going to feel the energy go south. I believe we have a new moon. Let me check and see when the new moon is, because I've got a feeling that new moon's going to have a lot to do with it. Let's see when that new moon is coming. I have an app on my phone that I pull up to check out the new moon. All right, let's go June. June the 6th is the new moon. Just prior to that, you're going to feel that change in the energy. It is going to begin to get thick. It's going to begin to get a little, oh man, it just feels like something bad's going to happen. And it shows up here. Put them together. 2 9s. Getting ready to wrap up something, but not quite. This is saying that things are going to turn a little bit ugly. You may be feeling that energy so much, you may worry. It may cause you to be awake at night. I'm always awake on a new moon or near a new moon. I cannot sleep. It does affect me very much like a full moon. And it affects a lot of you the same way. This 9 is saying, look, why am I worrying? We're almost through this. We're almost through these couple of weeks here. Why am I worrying? This 9 is saying, look, we don't really have to worry. We can separate ourselves, like I mentioned back earlier with the, the king cutting out the fibbers out of group. But he's already stepped out away from the other 8 wands. And the 8 of wands is a repeating cycle. I'm not having this anymore. That's what he's saying. Stepping out and away. All right, grabbing another deck. I'm not seeing any movement out of the light back there. Some days they just have more important things to do than sit in on a tarot reading. I only work with beings of the light, spirit guides, guardian angels, and ascended masters. I was shocked to find out how many of you don't know what an ascended master is. Let's just start with Jesus. The Holy Mother Mary. Buddha. Mother Teresa. Those are all very saint-like people that have gone on and become ascended masters. That just means they've gone enough lifetimes that they have really figured out who they are. They got rid of all the negative karma and have gone on to be absolutely perfect and radiant on the other side. All right, Spirit. I don't know why, but I need one more card here for the other deck. Can you give me... There we go. All right, crazy how sometimes the numbers and the cards do repeat themselves. We have the 4 of Cups that came up. Now this card is saying, look, you might want to be a little choosier about that circle of friends that you've been hanging out with. We already know that we've got a few that tell some tall tales and we try to eliminate them out of the group. But it's okay to be picky. You don't need to go into a group of people where you're not completely welcome. And yet we still do that at times. You don't have to. It's okay. Stay away from that party. Stay away from that group of people. We also have the 2 of Wands and the 2 of Swords. 2 twos. All right. The 2 of Wands is about the fact that you have been looking to do some traveling. You've wanted to see life. You've wanted to get out. You've been putting your prayers and dreams out there, like hoping that you can manifest that trip to the Bahamas. It just might be a trip to the beach somewhere in a local lake. But you're going to move forward and enjoy the remainder of this time, the first week of June by this point, and you're going to have that time to relax. That 2 of Swords is saying it's okay to cut some of these people out of your circle. It's hard to make a decision. You know what? I've been friends with that guy for 35 years. Why would I cut him out of my group now? Because I don't have to put up with that. If they happen to be a drinker or if they're just a grouchy person, cut them out. Don't worry about it. Don't feel bad about it. And you don't, when you cut somebody out of your life, you don't have to do it very abruptly and say, I don't want anything else to do with you. Just shut your goddamn mouth and just leave them alone. Don't ever bring them up again. Don't badmouth them. Don't talk about them. Because when you do, you're not letting them go. You're bringing it up. You're hashing it out again. We have the Lover's card. These next 2 weeks are going to be very karmic. This has got nothing to do with pairing up with somebody for love. This has got to do with being a karmic connection. Cutting some of those negative people out of your life. Karmically, that is, it was set up that okay, you know what? You were in my life for a season. You were in my life for a reason, and now poof, you are gone, okay? Just step aside from them. You don't have to tell them off. Just shut your damn mouth and leave them alone. All right, we have the Ace of Cups. Again, that's a repeating energy here for the 2 different decks. And those aces are saying, it's okay to look to God. Don't they look like the same type of chalice that is used in a lot of churches for communion? That Ace of Cups has a communion wafer coming out of it. It might be a good time for some of you to get back in God's good graces. If church is your thing, go. I'm a spiritualist. I go out under a tree. But connect. Connect to your source. That's where the abundance comes from. That's where financial abundance comes from. It's where emotional abundance comes from. Friends and family. Right there, source. All right, there you have it. Now, the reason we only did those 2 weeks is because after about June the 5th, the new moon is on the 6th, the energies are going to be changing again. It's going to get really stagnant. Some of you will feel wonky again because we are continuing to experience the solar flares. There are a lot of things that are just going to continue. However, the whole point of a reading is just to be prepared. We know what's coming, so it's not going to be a big deal. All right, you guys, there you have it. I hope that resonated with some of you. If it did, please hit that like button. Smash that subscribe button. Tell your friends about this old school biker chick that kind of does these crazy readings. And, I never leave you that I don't bless you. Sincerely, with love and light. See you guys soon.